First of all, welcome to our second EKKIA Academy. The subject today is the Penelope helmet. As you can see, I'm with Xavier on my left side, and as we're almost between us, and she's a great help, we have a new colleague since today. She started today. It's Lydia, who's going to help in the export, in the commercial development with the CRM that we talked about, but which we will talk more about in December during our meeting. But it's our first day, and as she's young, she knows much more about Teams than we do. So when we had a technical problem before, she helped us. So the subject today is the Penelope helmet. You want me to do the introduction? Or?
I can do the introduction. So welcome to everybody. It's my first EKKIA Academy. We start just one hour ago in French, so now it will be more difficult for me in English. Just before the intervention of Yann Dubourg from Frinjump, I would like just to explain the reason why we launched a Penelope helmet, because now Penelope is riding with the Frinjump helmet, the Voronoi. So for us, it was just an evidence to launch the Penelope helmet. For the people, we decided to launch the communication only this week with some story on Instagram. Maybe some of you saw this story on Instagram to make a teasing, because the official launching will be at EKKIA in France Friday.
For those who don't know EKKIA, but I think you all heard about it. It's a big horse show, but also with a lot of exhibitors. It's the biggest indoor show, I think, in France, and that's where we're going to launch the helmet.
Yes. So we wanted, for the moment, we want to keep a little bit a secret, to make a really a big official event during the launching in EKKIA. But you received the SMS for the helmet last week, because it was for us important during this EKKIA Academy that you can have the helmet in your hand.
You can sell it as of next Monday. So launch will be in EKKIA Friday evening. As of Monday, it will be in your stock list. A very nice sweater, Karen. I see the Penelope logo. But as of Monday, it will be in the stock list, and you can sell the helmet to your customers, and it will also very soon be on stock.
Yes, we received the stock this week and next week, so the stock will be available maximum for all the models in 2 weeks. And we have a commercial offer with a display. The value of the display is 170 euro, and this display will be offered with four helmets. The end consumer price without the lining is 429 euro without the lining. There is two models, one with a short visor, one with a long visor.
And matte and shiny.
Matte and shiny. And and you receive, I think the SMS is in shiny. Okay, so now Yann Dubourg, who created this helmet, so it's the longest story. So he will
a
long development, more than 4 years, and thank you for to be in time, because it was not so. We wanted absolutely to have the helmet in stock just before Christmas, and to launch this helmet in France in the same time with this big event in Lyon. So thank you for to be in time and to be in time and to receive the stock this week. Okay, Yann, it's
okay. Thanks, Xavier. Thanks, Monique. So, hi, everybody.
Can you all hear Jan? Raise your hand. Igor? Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, the idea is to explain you a little bit, like Xavier said, the story of this helmet. So, you know that pre-jump, we are known for the stirrups, safety stirrups, and then for the airbag. And so, two events happened a few years ago in 2020. It's not so important, but maybe you have to know, we were about to sign, no, we have signed a contract with GPA, helmet GPA. We were supposed to manage everything for GPA, not to buy the brand, but to manage everything. And the owner, Michel Finkel of GPA, didn't follow the first line of the contract the first day. So we stopped. We started just for 1 week and we stopped immediately this contract. And so because of that, we have been involved in the contract for a long months. So we knew what is, we heard about, and we learned a lot of things about this market of helmet. And we have a lot of people telling us that we are so involved in the safety, why don't you make a helmet? So first idea was GPA, but it has been impossible to work with Michel Finkel. So we have decided to make our own helmet. And of course, because our product, we always ask for something to all of our product, to be the best one in the world and to be different. And so there is a lot of very good helmet in the market. So to make a better helmet is not so easy at the beginning. One point was such like an evidence. It was to protect the temporal zone, because we all knew that the weak part of the crane is that part at the temporal zone. Concussion are coming in. We worked with the doctors involved in safety of rugby, World Tour rugby match, or equestrian, of course, World Championship in Caen, big jumping like the jumping of Bordeaux. This is where we met him for the first time. So he explained us that what we have to protect, and no helmet in equestrian are protecting so far, is that temporal zone, because the crane is very thin at that place, and behind the crane we have some blood coming from the eye to the brain, and a concussion, what it is, it's a shock here, and then an hematome coming and putting too much pressure on the brain. So, for example, in motorcycle, a long time ago, it was possible to have some very short helmet with this design. We said in French, ball. I don't know if the English word, or this it's translated in English, but you know, this kind of helmet used by Harley Davidson riders. They have something very small, but it's forbidden since a very long time, because you have to protect the temporal zone. And in equestrian, it's still the same. The design of a regular helmet in equestrian is like a cap, something that is not protecting you here. So to make something different, the first things which was really easy to do, as far as you're able to work on, was to add this protection of the temporal zone. So we decided in 2020, so 4 years ago, to work on this new design, new idea. So with the help of this doctor, Fabrice Grandjean, a French one, we identified, because we have a design office in pre-jump, inside, in-house company. But our design office, we have today something like 4 engineers. At this time, there was just 2. But we were not used to make helmets. So we wanted to make the best helmet. We found office design in Italy, involved in helmets since something like 60 years, a very old guy. not very old. It's not so nice to say that, but a guy with a lot of experience, and he has made helmet for Formula One, MotoGP, even equestrian, because for example he has done the first cap helmet, the cap helmet, and so we met that guy. We explained us the idea, and he told me directly, "Of course, you're right. I'm thinking about that for equestrian since a long time. I've tried to convince some other brand, but they never try to do it. They never intend to do it." And so we said, "Okay, Banco, we will do it. We will be the first brand in equestrian with that protection." And so we started in 2020 to work on that helmet. So the different stage was in EKKIA Lyon. So in Lyon 2021, we had the first version of a 3D printing helmet. We make in the size medium, just medium, because the idea was to first make a good medium one before trying to make the S, the small, and then the L. In helmets, you know that sometimes if you want that the helmet fits everybody, you need a maximum of outshell. It's possible to have just two sizes, for example, but that means that a lot of foam inside to make the small sizes, and small foam to make the large sizes. To be sure that fits and stay nice on the head, we have decided to have three sizes, like all the premium brand. Everybody has three sizes in the premium brand, except Cap. Cap, they have just two sizes. But if not, usually you have three sizes. So we have decided to start with the medium one, and have had the first sample in 2021 in EKKIA Lyon. From that one, we made some tests with mainly Kevin Stott, because you know that we are working a lot with him. With Penelope, it was quite impossible because she needed a small size. So the medium was too big for her. So she tried, but it was a little bit for nothing, not comfortable, not nice, nothing was really good at that time. So Kevin and Martin Fuchs has made the first test. From that first test, we work a lot in 2022 to improve to change some different things, because we realized that we need to change, for example, the visor. The comfort was very good, but we need to work on different things, like the visor, like the aerator, and all the details to make the assembly of the helmet. Shit. Have to.
We're losing visual.
Yeah, it's always the same when my phone is ringing. That stop.
Yeah, that's we have the same.
Okay, I just put it on. Okay, should be not happen again. Do you? Okay,
That's okay.
That's okay. You
yeah.
got me. Okay. So in 2022, we made the adjustment and all the pieces and started to make the mold to have the first one in carbon. The idea was to make the pieces in carbon, in real carbon, which is not so often. There is not really real helmet in carbon, just a few. A few cask is able to make a real carbon, but they are more or less the only one. Cap, it's not so sure it's a real carbon. The Sam Shield is a carbon, but so thick that it's far from a carbon. All the GPA helmet from before, it was not a real carbon. It was an injected helmet plus carbon on the top. So at the end, heavier than a regular carbon. So we have decided the choice of the carbon because the mold are a little bit cheaper. The piece costs 10 times or 100 times more, but the mold is not so expensive. So it was a way to make the first pieces very high-end and to be sure about the shape, about everything. So we have made in 2022 the medium size in carbon, try to make everything complete. And then 2023, beginning of 2023, Kevin Stott and Martin Fuchs started to ride wheels in the jumping of Basel, Switzerland. the choice was to start the promotion, even if the product was not ready to sell, just because we knew that the design is so different that we needed time to be sure that the people could get used to see this helmet. At the beginning, first comment was not so fantastic. People say, "Wow, it's too big, it's too heavy, it's too." Today there is no problem with the design, but it was, I think, a good idea to start 1 year before the sales, just to be sure that people could get use of what it looks. In 2023, we worked on the size small and large. Same thing, always in carbon, and reach the new certification, something very important, because there is a new certification, as you know, the 1384 2023. The previous one was from 2018 or 17 maybe, or 16 maybe. So the idea was to, of course, to reach that new certification, which is really much more complicated. So that's why all the brand has to launch a new collection, more or less. This is what Samshield has done. That's why there is a 2.0. Same thing from KEP. There is a Chromo 2.0. It's because to reach that new certification, you need to increase the helmet. So what is difficult to, it's the compression. When you put pressure here, if you take a helmet from 10 years ago and you do that movement, you will see you can move the helmet like this. Is incredible. And each time the certification has to make it more and more strong for that. Our helmet is super strong on that test. But for a brand who has done the mold, so when the mold is down, the way to reach a better certification is to increase inside the EPS, the polystyrene. But if you do that, you lose sizes. So your medium become a S, your large become a medium, and you don't have large anymore. So at the end, when the certification, each time the certification is one step stronger and more difficult to get, that means that you need to redo at the end all the tools. That's why there is a lot of new helmets coming. And we were lucky, we have started to work on that helmet. We knew that the new certification was coming. So of course, our helmet has been made since the beginning to reach that certification without any problem. So in 2023, we work on all the pieces to finish the size small and medium, just in carbon. And we launch it in EKKIA, same thing, EKKIA 2023. We launched the sales of our helmet, but with a small capacity of production, because the carbon is so difficult to do that it's really difficult to receive the pieces. We order pieces in carbon in Italy. All the helmet has been designed in France and Italy, and most of the pieces are made in Italy, the rest in France. So at the end, it's 100% France and Italy, and the assembly is in France, in our workshop, where we are already producing, as well producing stirrups and airbag. So it's really in-house production, 100%. So it's in Bordeaux, really. It's a 100% made in France, with pieces coming mainly from Italy. And so we started the sales, just the carbon version, so 1,100 euro, more or less, the public price, end of 2023, with the last certification, of course, 1384 2023. And in 2024, we have finished the mold for the large size and started to make the mold for the injected outshell. So that one, which is needed for the Penelope one, or for the free jump in ABS, because we have a free jump in ABS as well. So we started those mold. The mold of the outshell have been made in China. So the two outshells are made in China, but it's more or less nothing in the global price, total price of the helmet. It's just two pieces, but those two pieces are made in China, and all the rest, like for the free jump one in carbon, the visor, the EPS inside, the strap, the foam, everything is made in Italy. The screw, all the rest is made in Italy or in France. And it's made in France because at the end, we receive all the pieces in France and we produce it in France. So we are ready now to sell, so the Penelope in a few days and the free jump as well, just 4 years after the beginning, because we first need to make all the sizes ready, all the mold ready, all the tool ready, and it's really a very, very long work. It has been 4 years to make everything clear, and I hope it's clear today. The difference between the free jump and the Penelope, there is one which is important just to know. It's not important, but just for you to know, because if you see at the way we promote the free jump, or in carbon or in polymer, we're talking more about polymers than ABS, but it's the same. ABS is a polymer. The exact term is ABS shock, the material we need for the injected outshell. So the way we produce, we build this helmet is a little bit different for one thing. The free jump one, there is what we call the Voronoi grid, that part, and under that part there is no steel grid. It's just a technology we use to make it which is in molding. In molding, it's a way to produce helmet mainly in bicycle. You inject the EPS, so the polystyrene, so the real part of the helmet, and in the mold you put a piece of polycarbonate sheet, and the polycarbonate sheet is included in the UPS. So at the end you don't need an outshell if you want. For not all, but 99% of the bicycle helmet are made like this. It's polystyrene plus the polycarbonate outside, and that's enough. The cap helmet is made like this. For the cap helmet, there is the big part in front, which is an injected part, but the rest, it's in molding polycarbonate on the EPS. What we have chosen for the free jump is to have a polycarbonate that cover all the helmet, and we need that because of this aerator. You see here, you don't see it so much because it's black under, but there is a polycarbonate. So the way to produce the free jump is a low density EPS to be very light and very good absorption, plus polycarbonate in molding to be sure that we cover that part. It's because of that part that we use the polycarbonate. And at the end, that's why at the end, we are talking as a commercial advantage about 3 layers: the EPS, the polycarbonate, and then the outshell in carbon. For the Penelope, it's a little bit different because we don't have this big aerator here. We have a small one with a steel grid inside. We don't need to have the polycarbonate as in molding. So the way to make it is an EPS with a normal density. So the EPS is a little bit heavier than the free jump one, but without polycarbonate in molding, and then the outshell.
We took sorry, Yann, we took this decision to have an end consumer price at 429 without the lining, but the price for the free jump with in molding is more than 100 euro more. So
I just checked, so because I didn't remember, but I just checked. It's the free jump one is 550 without the lining.
550. So we are 429. So it's
120.
Okay, 120. So, but
we could have this difference of price because in a helmet, this part, the aerator here, costs a lot for the assembly. It's long, and as well because of the painting of that. It's made in Italy, so the painting costs a lot. So to avoid this cost of just that part, to save the price for the Penelope, it's just a small, but that works. Huh? But it's a small opening with a steel grid inside, so we don't need to add some painting operation and everything, and we don't need the in molding, this polycarbonate in molding sheet. So at the end, that makes the helmet cheaper to produce. So that's why this is better price for the end consumer. And at the end, so the way the free jump one is made with the 3-layer is the only one in the world, in equestrian. That doesn't exist. So it's something very different for the free jump, but that doesn't mean that the Penelope is a bad one. Huh? The Penelope is made like all the other helmet in the world. Density, EPS with a nice, good density, and then the outshell, like all the helmet. The free jump is the only one with this idea to mix EPS, in molding, and outshell. And at the end, the Penelope is just something like 30 to 40, depending on the size, grams more than the carbon one. So at the end, the advantage of the carbon is not so important. It's just 40 grams. And we made a test with Xavier to compare. This is something really incredible. That the result was better than I was expecting. This Penelope helmet in size M weighs 620 grams. And Xavier's checked with their stock of SamShield. The SamShield previous version is 720 grams, and the SamShield last version 2.0 to reach the last certification is 820 grams. So 200 grams more than the Penelope. It's incredible. I don't believe they could have been so maybe stupid to make a helmet so heavy. 10 years after the previous one, they are launching a helmet 100 grams more than the previous one, just to reach the certification. In my opinion, that just means that they have no knowledge. It's not a technical company. They have no knowledge. So they just increase the thickness, they just increase everything to reach the certification. But at the end, this one at 620 grams with including, so it's 200 grams less. And I'm talking about the SamShield, but it's true for all the rest, not just SamShield. The idea is not to say that SamShield is not good. It's a very good helmet, but so it's 200 grams less, including that part, to offer a better protection. Because the real difference. No, another point important. in America, there is a university, Virginia Tech, and La Virginia Tech University, they have a Virginia Tech lab, and this Virginia Tech lab is doing tests on helmet since something like 30 or 40 years because of the American football. You know that in American football, they have a lot of concussion because they are fighting like this, something strange, and so they compare all the helmets, and they have decided a few years ago to develop a test to compare the equestrian helmet. So they have decided of a protocol. They've spent a long time to say what is a fall in equestrian. So at the end, they find something. I don't know if they're right for that or not, but they have one test going, something going like this, another one in front, and another one in the back. Not here. They are not comparing this advantage, just the top of the helmet. And they give some stars to all the helmet tested. 5 stars are just for something like, you can check, everybody can check on the website, Virginia Tech Lab. the ranking is published, so it's easy.
I will look for the link and I will send it to all of you.
Okay, I didn't check since a few months, but a few months ago, the best one, 5 stars, it was just 7 or 8 helmet maximum, and some helmet very, very thick. That's right, they offer a very good protection with a very low price. It's very cheap, but very thick, and nobody wants to ride with because of the look. As European helmet, so premium brand or not premium, but just European look, a little bit nicer and everything, we are the only one to reach 4 stars. And for example, the CAP helmet, which is maybe one of the best in the market today, not talking about the free jump and Penelope, but except the free jump and Penelope, one of the best sales and everything, he has 0 star. Just incredible, but 0 star. So this is just to tell you that this helmet is better than other because he offers a temporal protection, but as well on a regular part of a helmet is much more better than other because he has a better absorption of the energy.
Okay,
so he's lighter and better, not just because of the temporal protection, which is of course the main advantage of this helmet, to have this temporal protection, the main difference. Does that mean, Xavier, that it's finished? No.
Yes, we have a few minutes to conclude. Yeah.
Okay.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
From my part, I think I explained everything like I did in French. Just one point. We have more and more riders doing the promotion, riding with the free jump. I'm not in charge of the promotion of the Penelope. So, but for what I can tell you is that the success of this helmet, the free jump today version, is really it's better than I expected. It's easier to sell it than I expected, and it's today we just have one version in 1,100 euros. We are not able to produce what people are asking for. We are late to produce the carbon because the carbon is difficult to produce. The new one in injected out shell, ABS shock, the polymer one, is easier to produce. So that's why we deliver you on time, more or less, on time, because that part is easier to produce. The carbon is complicated. But even at 1,100 euros, we cannot deliver what people are all over the world asking because of the comfort, because of the safety, because of everything. The riders love that helmet.
Okay,
that's finished, Olivier.
Thanks to finish with a positive feeling. Okay, so we will show you. We want to show you the video. We will show to everybody on during the launching at EKKIA Lyon. So Monique, we can send we can show the video.
Yeah, one point before I forgot, I got a question during the presentation about the sizes. We have 2 molds. We have the small and the medium because Penelope it's for ladies. The small has the liners in 52 till 56 and the medium 57 till 59. But you will see that Monday when the products are in your stock list. And we'll show you the video now. The stories that you probably saw online you cannot share. But once the video is published, of course, you're welcome to share, and also welcome to your customers to share, because the more it's seen, the better it will sell, we hope. So here comes the launching video.
We don't get it, huh?
Okay.
So we lost all of you. Happy to have Lydia here.
That you share the screen. Did you see the video?
Did you see the video?
No, not me.
Oh, you don't.
okay,
You didn't
okay,
see.
wait.
Okay.
We'll do it again. Can you see it now?
Oui. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Mais sans le son, hein.
Do you have the sound?
No.
Okay, let's try.
And same thing for the French presentation. It was.
You
without-
didn't have the sound. Okay.
No, but I thought I was the only one, but seems.
Oh,
Nothing, huh?
No, but we didn't
Just a
restart. We
second.
didn't restart it yet because we're looking for
The most important is to see the video. We will, Monique, you will send the video.
No.
No. Sorry. It was on Friday. Yeah. Because we
We'll
need
show
to go. We need to go now.
We otherwise show it without the sound, but maybe it's because we use the external microphone.
No, because we have to activate something here.
No, but even without the sound, it's nice to see it.
Okay. Thanks, Jan. Okay.
You can
That's
see it
it.
now, eh?
Okay, I did.
So. So I hope you all saw it now, even without the sounds. You will see it soon online with the sound. Thank you everyone for your attention. Thank you, Jan, for your good explanation. Thank you, Xavier, for helping me with this academy. And we wish you all a very nice day and a good week. And see you soon.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Have a nice
Bye.
week.